All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Nature Aquariums TV, where today we're going to show you a newcomer into this country. It's from Aquael. It is their ultra slim LED light, made in Poland, hasn't been in the United States. I'm super happy to be able to get my hands on one of these before everybody else does, and to get you this video out to you guys as soon as I can. But before we do that, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting videos like this. Why am I excited? Well, I always get excited with a new product and something that I can play with here at the store. And I'm going to share with you a new product from Aquael. Now, Aquael, they're a Polish company, really big into the pet industry in Europe. They do both cat dog market and they do a lot of heavy aquatic stuff. They kind of picked up a little bit from where Cobalt Aquatics used to be years ago, and they ran with it. They have a lot of really cool filters, and their quality is really good for the price point. So they kind of fit at that middle entry. They're not super high end and they're not low end like a lot of the Chinese knockoff stuff. I've yet to have a problem with ever a pump failing with them. We use their stuff all over the store. So it intrigued me when I heard that they came out with a Bluetooth kind of midline to high-end light. My rep had one. It was kind of like not a model for United States, so we kind of played with it a little bit and I liked what I saw. I ordered one. This is straight out of the container that arrived to Aquael Distribution. So we're gonna unbox it and we're gonna show you what it's like, and we're gonna mount it on our algae specialty tank, which, by the way, there's a video on a 60U that I on purpose let the algae overgrow. I did a couple things wrong because I wanted to induce algae and issues, and I want to show you how to fix these issues. But that's on a different video that we're in the link at the end of this video. But let's get on to unboxing this thing. So they make three models: the 30 watt, the 60 watt, and the 90 watt. Now, oddly enough, those numbers also correspond to the centimeters. So the 30 watt is going to be roughly about 29 centimeters, the 60 watt is about 57, 58 centimeters, and then the 90 is 90. Now, all these lights have enough bandwidth that if you get a 30 centimeter, it is perfectly good and it'll run and cover a 60 centimeter tank, and then the 60 will cover from 60 to 90 centimeters. In American terms, that is a 2-foot light can handle up to a 3-foot space. 3-foot light can handle up to a 4-foot space. What's cool about these lights, they will go from a planted spectrum, non-planted, to a light marine spectrum. I gotta tell you this, I played with the spectrums before. The marine, it is not your Windex royal blue look that AI lights are known for, or Ecotex or Radiance or any of these guys. It is not a super deep blue. What it's really good, it's kind of like the metal halide Technic look that us older guys grew up with in the 90s. I will tell you this, I'm looking to do a macroalgae tank. This would probably be a really good contender to doing a macroalgae tank because it can pull off the reds for excellent algae growth while still delivering a little bit of the hint of blue. But let's unbox this so you guys can actually see what you get in the box. It's huge. And I mean huge. It is huge because it is very well packed. As you can see, the light only takes up about 2/3 of the box, and it's the rest that is packed in here. First things I noticed, really big, beefy power supply, which is great. Remember, this is a very strong light. This is 60 watts. Most 24-inch lights max out around 40 watts or so. So this is putting a really strong light, so you have to really use a power meter to adjust this. In the kit, you actually get both adjustable legs and you get a stainless steel wire hanging kit. So you can use it both ways, and I'm going to show you how to mount it both ways on the tank as well. Now, at this price point, which I'll provide the link to the pricing below, I don't have that here as of the filming on the video. This is all brushed aluminum. Look at that. It is not plastic. And I really, really like that. This is also glass. It is not plastic. So one of the things about Aquael, and I played with some of their other lights, is that they like using a lot of steel or aluminum and glass. They're not a heavy plastic user. So what's nice with the glass, it's very easy to wipe and it will not yellow or become brittle. Glass just doesn't do that. On the sides here, this is where you have your entry points for the stainless steel wires, very nicely hidden. And then on the sides is where your arms to hold the light up. It is a little bit of a bigger light. One of the things that have really appealed to me is the fact that this will cover a very wide front to back area. So if you have one of these deeper tanks with a lot of hardscape in the middle, this light will get the job done because it can light up the front and the back of the tank at the same time. So I took out of the boxes, this is the arms that goes into setting up the tank. So there's a couple ways to set this up. These will obviously fit into the side of the light. So if you're thinking that the light is here, this is going to go on the outside edge. These are the legs that will fit into your glass. The outside, you get this wheel over here that will tighten against the metal leg, will allow the legs to go up or down. But if you need higher height, this is a really cool thing that Aquael did. Some customers need much higher light mounting. And so they have this extension kit, which you put the bottom of the U like this, and then this is where the extension system comes into place. So you put one set here, one set here, and now you use this to control your height. This is a little guide for the power cable. Now look at how much height you can actually get without having to buy arms and hang from the cable. So this is really good system for people who have a lot of driftwood coming out of the plant, or they're doing kind of a riparium in which they have live plants growing above the tank, and you need to have a light that can really go up high. This will give you a long stretch. You can get about 17 inches above the tank without having to use the guide wires. So now let me show you how to use these guide wires. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the included stainless steel hanging kit. And what's really nice, it's very long wire. They give you an end over here with a hook in case you want to hang it from a hook. Or if you're going to use it on like the UNS Pro hanging bars, you would just cut the stainless steel wire and thread it through there. On the end that goes onto the lamp, it's got these two little balls over here. They look like they've been crimped on. And to hang the wire, all you do is thread it through here, and that's it. Look how easy that is. It's fully adjustable, stays really nice in place. I'm doing this to a brand new, very expensive light, and I feel very confident about it. Then, when it comes to mounting your arms, make sure you assemble both of them to the height that you want them, and then the arms go in like that. Very nice. And then you're going to adjust the height by releasing the tension on this screw and adjusting the feet up or down. And then your wire can go. I also wanted to show you something else. This light, unlike a lot of these Bluetooth lights, actually has a multifunction button. It is for power, and it is for changing through the presets that you'll set up in your Bluetooth device. So if you don't have your Bluetooth phone with the app, you'll be able to turn it on, turn it off, and cycle through it using that multifunction button. We mounted it at the highest setting. Now I'm going to pair it to the Bluetooth app, which I loaded onto our store's iPad, and we're going to show you how that whole process is going to go about. One of the reasons I set up the lamp as high as I did is when we do our PAR readings, we want to make sure that you see what, at the maximum height, what PAR values this lamp can do, and then you can gauge it from there. We added the light, and it realizes that there is a firmware update. So what we're going to do, it's downloading the latest software, and it's going to push it to the light. So while our device is updating, I kind of wanted to show you a couple things with the light. These you can adjust here. You can run your wiring right through this little clip here and keep it out of the way. These will fit up to a very thick glass. I just wanted to show you something. We have both of these tanks back to back, and I actually was able to put the legs and cover both tanks. Very, very nice and solid. And then to raise or lower, you basically undo here, and you can bring it in like that. So we've set up the app, we downloaded the firmware, And the way the app works, this can control multiple lights. So you tap on the light, it's going to communicate with it, and it gives you a couple of presets. The plant one, as you can see, it really pushes the blue, the red, and the yellow, and it's really meant to push more plant growth. If you look over here, I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick up, it really has a reddish tinge to it. If we go to sunny, it actually cuts back the red and the blue down to nothing, and it's just pushing the white LEDs. When we go on to marine, this is kind of like that Aticnic setup for growing softies and macroalgae. And then custom allows you to increase each individual to really make the color whichever way you want to. Now, one of the things I want you to notice is that obviously this knows how much the maximum power is. And so depending on where you go, it opens up the channels in the light blue, light red, and light yellow. It tells you what the maximum power for each channel is depending on where you're at. So here we can actually go 100% blue, but it's going to cap out at what the maximum ratings for each channel. So all of these lights, the high-end lights, work on a total wattage. For example, the light is 60 watts. It has to divide those 60 watts amongst the individual channels. It can't just put 60 watts on one, because then that light would be 180 watts, right? The app actually shows you where the most amount of power can be, depending on how much you're using. The other thing here is this is the day and night mode. You can actually set, if you want to do plant, you set up what time you want sunrise. So say if you want to start up at 10 a.m. and you want to shut off at 8 o'clock, you set how long you want the brightening and dimming. And then here you set what you want your moonlight. So if I want 20% moonlight, that's what it's going to do for you. And as soon as the light flashes, it's programmed. And now every day at 10 o'clock, it'll go and it'll use these settings. Now, of course, if you want to do a custom setting, you're more than welcome to do that. Like here, I'm pushing a lot of red, not so much on the blue, and it'll still follow the sunrise and sunset. So that's what DNN stands for. It stands for day and night. Fixed mode is for manual. And here it gives you a nice spectrograph showing you the 3 channels when it starts on and when it drops. Very simple app. I really like it. It supports multiple devices. It works really well. And in a follow-up video, we're going to have some long-term results. We're also going to give you a lot of power readings on there. We're just trying to keep the video as short as possible, get the plant going. We have to clear up the tank to make sure we don't have any interference from algae in there. And we're going to give you some really nice power readings at the different settings. As always, please leave your comments and questions below. You'll be able to find all the information on this light on our website. We really appreciate your liking, sharing, and subscribing. It helps support this channel, and it helps us to be able to bring these products to you. Have a wonderful day, guys, and happy fish keeping. Thanks for watching.